My name is Blake Daniels. We're sitting now in my current exhibition, Land Between the Lakes. For me, it's important to actually go to the simple root of the title of the show, which is a park in Kentucky, a state that I grew up in the United States. And it's a place that my father would go to hunt and to fish when I was a child. And I've never been myself, but throughout my entire life, it's become this metaphor of this realm outside of one that I can reach. And what was interesting to me is it really became a show that involved a lot of auto-portrait and self-portraiture, which is not something that has been so present in my past shows. And I think it really became a major reflection on the cycles of youth and that period of vulnerability when we really form ourselves. We form our relationship to very simple human things like love, loss, violence, the earth itself, memory. This exhibition specifically is dealing with this twin motif that really is memory of myself kind of fractured into two. So it's really the same figure, and it's really a reflection of myself, but broken into two kind of components that are often taking care of each other, also enacting violence on each other, hunting each other, witnessing the cycle of life and death and illness with each other. And I think that really ended up becoming a major theme that arose in the process of painting this show. In the studio with me is like an angel and a demon, both welcomed and also like a nuisance. It's a really big point I like to make, that the work in my studio and in my practice is not happening in a vacuum or a bubble. It's very much looking directly in the eyes of its history. And it's a really emotional process. I get really exhausted and invigorated when working through the color in the paintings. I usually establish a palette for each show and work with that palette through the show, but it's insane to me. It becomes quite an insane process to arrive at so many different relationships with that color to create that sense of energy, of memory, of loss. I think about the motif, I think about the composition I'm seeking, and I think about the color. And I think about these as three independent but related languages that are ultimately going to work to create this relationship with the viewer that I hope can allow doors to open up into their own memories.